There's a saying I love: travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. And isn't that the truth? When you look back on your life, it won't be the things you owned that you'll remember most. It'll be the moments that took your breath away. The sunrise over the Grand Canyon, the taste of fresh pasta in a tiny Italian trattoria, the laughter shared with new friends in a bustling Bangkok market. That's the magic of travel. Now that we've talked about finances and staying healthy on the road, let's get to the really exciting part: where to go and how to make every trip unforgettable. Because here's the thing, the world is enormous, and retirement is your golden ticket to explore it in a way that's perfect for you. You don't have to follow someone else's itinerary or rush through a whirlwind tour. This is your chance to travel deeper, slower, and with more joy than ever before. So, how do you choose where to go first? Start by asking yourself, what makes my heart race with excitement? Maybe it's the idea of walking through ancient ruins or waking up to the sound of ocean waves. Perhaps it's finally seeing the northern lights or learning to make authentic Thai food from a local chef. There are no wrong answers here, just your answers. One of the best ways to stretch your travel budget while having richer experiences is to think beyond peak season. Sure, Paris in July is beautiful, but it's also crowded and expensive. Go in September or April instead, and you'll have milder weather, shorter lines, and a more relaxed atmosphere. Plus, you'll often find better deals on flights and hotels. This is called shoulder season, and it's a retiree's secret weapon. Another tip? Consider alternative destinations. Everyone wants to see Venice, but have you thought about Slovenia's Lake Bled, with its fairy tale island church? Or Portugal's Algarve coast, where stunning cliffs meet warm hospitality at half the price of nearby Spain? Sometimes the road less traveled leads to the most memorable adventures. Now, let's talk about making connections. Because meeting people is where travel truly comes alive. As we get older, we sometimes worry about feeling isolated in foreign places. But here's the beautiful truth: the world is full of kind people eager to share their culture. Stay at family-run guest houses instead of big hotels. Take a small group cooking class. Visit local markets in the morning when vendors have time to chat. These interactions often become the highlights of your trip. And don't underestimate the power of slow travel. Instead of trying to see 5 countries in 2 weeks, pick one region and really get to know it. Rent an apartment for a month in Mexico's colonial heartland or a seaside village in Greece. Shop where locals shop, learn a few phrases in the language, and let yourself settle in. You'll come home feeling not like a tourist, but like someone who truly lived there for a while. Here's another idea. Theme your travels. Love gardening? Plan trips around the world's most beautiful gardens, from Japan's cherry blossoms to England's Cotswolds. Fascinated by history? Follow the Silk Road or trace your family's roots. These themes give your journeys extra meaning and make planning more fun. Of course, we can't talk about memorable travel without mentioning documenting your adventures. You don't need fancy equipment, just your phone's camera and a small notebook. Take photos, yes, but also jot down little details. The smell of fresh bread in a Moroccan bakery, the color of the sky over the African savanna, the funny misunderstanding that made you laugh with a street vendor. These notes will become treasures when you're back home. Most importantly, be open to surprises. Some of my favorite travel moments happened when plans fell apart. A missed train led to an unforgettable afternoon in a small French town. A rainstorm drove me into a tiny cafe where I met a lifelong friend. The older we get, the more we understand that perfection isn't the goal. Being present is. As we wrap up, remember this: retirement travel isn't about checking places off a list. It's about filling your life with experiences that make you feel alive. Whether you're watching elephants in Botswana or playing chess with locals in a Prague park, these are the moments that define this incredible chapter of your life. You've worked hard. You've saved wisely. Now it's time to see the world your way, at your pace, with your interests, and with all the wonder you deserve. So tell me in the comments, where's your next adventure? And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living your best retirement. Here's to your next great journey. May it be everything you've dreamed of and more. You know what's remarkable? The way travel changes us, not just while we're away, but long after we return home. That glow from your adventures? It lingers. The stories you collect? They become part of who you are. And now that you're embracing this incredible retirement travel lifestyle, let's talk about how to keep it going, year after year, trip after trip, while creating something meaningful that outlasts even your most amazing journeys. Because here's the beautiful truth. This isn't just about seeing the world. It's about how the world sees you long after you've visited. It's about the connections you forge, the kindness you spread, and the wisdom you gather along the way. First, let's discuss sustainable travel. And I don't just mean being eco-friendly, though we'll get to that. I mean building a travel rhythm that sustains your energy, your budget, and your joy over the long haul. One of the smartest moves you can make? Become a repeat visitor. Instead of trying to cram everything into one trip, pick places that invite you back. Find a favorite little town in Tuscany where the waiter remembers how you take your coffee. Return to that seaside spot in Costa Rica where you befriended the local family. There's magic in deepening relationships with places rather than just passing through. You'll get better deals, insider access, and that wonderful feeling of being welcomed home each time you return. Now, about eco-friendly travel. It's easier than you think. Small choices add up. Carrying a refillable water bottle, saying no to plastic straws, choosing walking tours over gas-guzzling buses. Many hotels now offer the option to reuse towels and skip daily sheet changes, a simple way to reduce water waste. And here's a powerful one: offset your flight's carbon footprint. Many airlines let you donate a few dollars to environmental projects when you book. It won't break your budget, but it helps preserve these beautiful places for future travelers. But sustainability isn't just environmental, it's financial too. Here's a pro tip: create a dedicated travel account. Every month, automatically transfer a set amount, even if it's small, into an account just for adventures. Watching it grow becomes part of the fun, and you'll never feel guilty about dipping into savings. Think of it as paying your future self for unforgettable experiences. Now, let's talk about something profound: the legacy of your travels. I don't mean money or possessions, I mean the stories and connections you create. Consider keeping a travel journal not just for yourself, but as a gift to your family. Write down the funny mishaps, the breathtaking moments, the lessons learned. These become priceless heirlooms. Even better? Turn your photos into something tangible. A yearly photo book of your adventures makes a far greater impact than images lost on a phone. Here's another way to leave your mark: travel with purpose. As retirees, we have this incredible gift: time, to volunteer abroad if we choose, teach English for a week in Vietnam through a senior volunteer program, help build homes in Puerto Rico, or simply support local economies by shopping at family-run stores instead of chain gift shops. Every interaction where you listen, share, or help, that's your legacy in action. And don't forget, bring the world back home. Host an international potluck where friends taste dishes from your travels. Start a book club reading literature from countries you've visited. These keep the spirit of adventure alive between trips and inspire others to explore too. As we close this series, remember, retirement travel, at its best, isn't an escape from life. It's an expansion of it. Every new place changes your perspective. Every stranger turned friend reminds you how much we all have in common. And every journey proves that the world isn't just for the young, it's for those young at heart. So tell me, what's the first trip you'll plan using these ideas? Share in the comments below. And if this series has inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventures together. Here's to the roads ahead. May they be filled with wonder, wisdom, and endless stories worth telling. Happy travels, my friends!